What will the real estate market look like this year in 2020? Hey, I just wanted to spend a couple of quick minutes with you today to talk about the 2020 projections as well as how 2019 looked here in Southwest Indiana. Hey, I'm Trey Doby with the Doby team of Keller Williams Capital Realty. I'm going to talk to you a couple of minutes about how 2019 looked here in Southwest Indiana. Then I'm going to talk about 2020 projections, and then we'll break down the numbers by county in 2019. So 2019 was a great year for real estate sales here in Southwest Indiana, as the number of homes that were sold was up right around 2% when compared to 2018. So there's around 5,000 homes that sold here in Southwest Indiana. The number of homes listed for sale was also up about 2%. Now, inventory has been our problem over the last couple of years. There's not been enough homes on the market, and that remained fairly steady throughout 2019. As I mentioned, the number of homes listed for sale was up 2%, but sales were also up 2%. The average sales price was up 5% in 2019, which is a very strong number for appreciation here in Southwest Indiana. That number is typically around 2 to 3%, so homes are gaining value right now. The average days on market was down just a little bit. On average, a home sold in about 46 days in 2019, so homes are still selling very quickly. So what does 2020 have in store? Now, the experts, that's the economists according to the National Association of Realtors, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, they are all projecting the number of home sales to continue to rise in 2020. As I mentioned, inventory has been our problem in the past, and according to Realtor.com, they are stating that they think that the inventory situation is actually going to get worse this year before it gets better. Experts are also projecting that homes continue to appreciate right around the 5% clip here in 2020. Interest rates are also projected to remain historically low throughout this year. Over the last couple of years, early in the year, every year the experts have said, hey, interest rates are going to rise this year. And every year, we haven't really seen much of a rise in the interest rates. In 2018, we saw them rise a little bit to where they were right around 4.5% on a 30-year mortgage. They're back down around 3.75% on a 30-year mortgage. And they're actually projecting now for the next 2 years, interest rates to remain historically low and average right around 3.8%. So what does all this mean for you? If you're thinking about selling a house, now is the time to do it. A lot of people like to wait until the spring market. However, the experts have found that every single year, the home buyers start their home buying process earlier and earlier each month. And in fact, according to a recent study done by Move.com, the number of homes viewed, number of views per listing in 2019 actually peaked in February, and the number 2 month in 2019 was January. And we are seeing that in our local market. You know, we're a few weeks into 2020 already, and as of January 2nd, it was like a lot of people we hadn't been able to get a hold of that was thinking about buying came back out of the woodwork. They're starting their home search early. It's been a very busy season just a few weeks into the year. So if you're thinking about selling a house, I would suggest doing that and getting it on the market within the next few months before it slows down in the summertime. If you're a home buyer, now is also the time to buy the house. Because, as I mentioned, homes appreciated 5% last year. They're projected to appreciate again 5% this year. Interest rates are historically low, so you're able to get into a house and gain net worth as the home appreciates, and you're also able to pay down your debt on the property as interest rates are so low. Now we've talked about 2020, let's break down the numbers for 2019 by each individual county. So in Vanderburgh County, the number of homes that were listed was up 5%, sales were up 1%, and the average appreciation or average sales price increased by 4%. Now moving over just one county, over into Warwick County, the number of homes listed was up 1% and sales were up 5%. So as I mentioned, inventory has been a problem. That's going to continue to be a problem in Warwick County, especially where sales are outpacing the number of homes hitting the market. The average home appreciated right around 2% in Warwick County. In Spencer County, listings were down 9% while sales were up 14%. So that's a major problem for inventory. Not enough homes on the market. If you're thinking about selling in Spencer County, now is the time to do it. And the average sales price was up a whopping 11% in Spencer County in 2019. So there's some very drastic numbers in Spencer County. Now in Gibson County, listings were down 4% while sales were up 4%. So same situation, not enough homes on the market. Prices on average went up about 1% in Gibson County. In Posey County, listings were down 10% and sales were actually down 2%. So that's one of the few counties where we saw where the number of homes listed for sale and sales were both down. In DuBois County, the number of homes listed for sale was up 14%, while sales were up 11%, and the average home sales price was up 10%. So all positive numbers in DuBois County. Perry County, we don't have real good data in Perry County. Reason being is some of the brokerages there don't belong to the same MLS. Some of them join our MLS and leave our MLS. So the year-over-year numbers are a little bit skewed in Perry County, so we can't really go over those in great detail. But as I mentioned earlier, interest rates right now on the 30-year mortgage are down to about 3.75%. About a year ago at this time, they were at 4.5%. So 2019 was a great year. We're expecting a great 2020 in the real estate market. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Again, I'm Trey with the Adobe team of Keller Williams Capital Realty, and I hope you have a great day.